Okay, well, it's time for us to wrap things up. Not like now, eh? With a conversation with Obi Maduegbu. He is a classically trained stage and screen actor and producer. Yeah. And of course, he played a lead in the recently released movie, The Order of Things. He also produced and co-wrote his semi-biographical play called Chapters. I'm sure it's not part of the biblical chapters you were trying to... So what do you do?
Actually, chapters of my life.
Chapters of your life.
Biographical.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thanks
I
so
love
much.
your shirt, by the way. Very interesting.
Thank you.
You can tell it's tailor-made. Nigerian tailor-made. Am I right?
Sure. Shout out to Nirvana Tailors.
They took some details. Okay, so let's talk about Obi. Who is Obi? Like, there's a lot you see on the internet about a particular artist, but there's no better way to describe them than hearing them describe themselves. Well,
I can say Obi is a child of God. I'm from Anambra State, grew up in Lagos, have a brother and sister. I've always wanted to go into acting from a very young age.
Wow.
I loved film.
So this isn't just something you happened into?
No. It's something that I had actually a background in. You know, my parents were on TV, TV journalists as well. So I was, mixed in that world. And at secondary school, I decided, I'm going to really take this seriously. And I moved to the UK and went to drama school over there, which was a totally whole experience on its own. And, I've been pulling through ever since.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So now matching that experience with the Nigerian film industry, what has it been like for you so far?
It's definitely, as an actor, you're working with different people all the time. So we're working with different people all the time, and it's definitely an experience. And you have to put yourself in a situation whereby you get used to your environment. So, I'm always constantly learning, and with everything going on, I was able to adjust.
Now, what you should know about Obi is Obi was in the UK till about 2017. 2017 was when he decided to come back to Nigeria. What made you decide to come back home?
First of all, I enjoyed, the way the direction Nollywood was going with all the stories that were coming up. And, Nigeria is my country, no matter where I go to. I thought about coming back to make, the industry better and bring what I've learned from the UK.
So what you've learned, have you been able to reflect it here?
In most cases, I've definitely learned from people as well. So I would say some of the things were kind of different. But I was able to bring what I've learned and learn from people and adjust to the surroundings and settings.
So earlier we're talking about the video we're actually watching and how you were telling us of how nervous you were shooting that and all of that. So you said that was your first?
Yeah, it was the first thing I did in Nollywood. It was nerve-wracking. I had this script. As an actor, you're always like constantly learning lines. And then I got on set and they were like, you know what? Let's just improvise the scene.
Oh wow!
So I just made up all that on the spot, and it was just very...
On the spot? Wow. One take? Because you couldn't have gotten it well.
We did several takes, but, it was generally, they give you an idea, okay, this is what you're meant to be saying, go with it. And I just suddenly found myself like an out-of-body experience, just saying things like, where is this coming from? But,
Wow. It's more a case of you've always prepared yourself for that moment unconsciously and even deliberately to an extent, considering the fact that you went to drama school and all. So journalism in Nigeria, very interested indeed. So when you told your folks you wanted to go into drama, I wonder, was there some kind of drama to follow up?
Actually, no. I pride myself on having very supportive parents. Like I said, I grew up with parents that work on TV, and as a kid, I've always been a film lover. I always had a huge imagination, imaginary friends, I always used to write when I was younger. I'll do like this, entertain my parents and their friends and everything. So it's definitely been something that I've always wanted to do. So when I told them that this was the decision this was the path I wanted to take, they were like, sure, they were very supportive.
Okay. Now, we know quite well that when movies are, taking place, actors have to look a certain way to match up. We just saw Obi on TV, looking like, like this. And then, of course, the role you had to act. By the way, Obi is the lead actor of Order of Things. Yes, The Order of Things. And so the role you had to take required you to look a certain way. Did you have to put yourself in that position, or 2020 helped?
I'll say it's a bit of both, you know. The role was written for, you know, what I looked like at the time. So luckily, you know, everything just worked out. No. But a lot of research and work went into getting into character for that film.
Yeah, I can imagine the gaming part in particular.
Yeah, of course. So now, for you, what would you say it is long term? I mean, now you've always wanted to act. Now you're here acting. What other things would you say you have coming up, and what is your bigger picture for getting into the industry?
That's the order of things on TV, by the way. Yes, please.
Well, I'll definitely say that I definitely want to go into producing. It's something I've already started doing. I produced a stage play 2 years ago at the Lagos Fringe Festival, Chapters. I'm a biographical play about my life. Oh, nice. It was very nerve-wracking because I had like my whole family members watching it, you know, live theater, you know. So I definitely want to go behind the scenes, and I've definitely got some projects that I'm currently developing that I hope to, you know, bring out very soon.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So let's talk about the order of things. How did you get on it?
See, I'm always a firm believer of actors reaching out to producers, directors, people. First of all, even before I went into acting, like I said, I'm a film lover. So I would just sit down on TV, you know, watch credits, who is behind this, who created this, and I would reach out to people, hand out my CVs and stuff. And shout out to Mimi Bartels at Film One Entertainment. I'm always constantly reaching out to her. Most of the time she tells me, I have you in mind if something comes up. And then one day I just messaged her and she was like, we've been trying to cast this role and we don't know anybody else that can play it.
Wow.
Please come in for a screen test. We'd love to have you. And that's how it began.
Wow, wow. And ever since, it's just been a role. Now, what doors have has this film opened for you? Because oftentimes when you do a movie, it tends to be like the opener and people are like, oh, but I've seen that guy in this other movie. You know, suddenly they remember you. What doors? Has it started opening doors?
Well, the film is currently in cinemas now, so I'll still say I'm still going through that whole experience, but I've definitely had people notice me outside and go, where have I seen you from, or that sort of thing. So I'm enjoying the experience so far.
Okay, still on the order of things, we know quite well that you played a particular role. You were quite an eater. And so we're just curious. That's exactly. Does it come naturally, or it was something you had to get into character for?
It comes naturally.
Okay. Very obvious.
That one is not a problem at all.
So when you saw the script, you're like, this is a walk in the park.
There's a scene where I'm eating rice. You know, you constantly have to take a lot of pics, and I'm just like...
How many times they refill the plate?
Must have been like maybe 6-7 times.
I'm afraid of you. So it's a good thing that we even prepared breakfast for you.
Yep.
Chef Blossom has breakfast ready for you.
Yes.
So we will not, before you say, this is what you don't know is funny. Who do I eat out of them?
We'll retake that particular scene.
She's closer.
We'll retake that particular scene of you eating. But it's not right today. It's yam, hot yam.
Anything, I can adjust. I'm good.
Oh, wow. Let's take a look at the trailer for The Order of Things.